Hey, good morning, folks. MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa here with the MLive Morning Weather Update. You know, last week I wrote a story showing an experimental, long-range forecast into late this week, early the following week, about possible snow, possible heavy snow somewhere in the Great Lakes. And just to give you kind of a heads up that it's the time of year that we can see that, the warmth seems to be overpowering that, and we may have a few snow showers late this week up in the northern part of the state, but otherwise the general gist of this forecast is normal to trending toward warmer than normal as we get into the late part of it. I'll show that to you. Well, right now we have a line of thunderstorms moving through central to southern, southwestern lower Michigan. And yeah, Catherine Cipher is just kind of mentioning that a balmy Grass Lake. Yeah, ahead of this line of thunder showers, thunderstorms, even with some quarter-size hail. My brother-in-law Jimmy sent me a picture from around through Manistee County and some quarter-size hail at his house. But this line will move on through. Shannon Graham's figured out why she wasn't getting notifications while I was on. Tell us why. We get that a lot. So the line of thunderstorms will be moving toward the southeast through the morning hours into the Saginaw, Bay City, Midland area, into Lansing, and eventually into the southeast Ann Arbor and Detroit area, it looks like, as well. So here's maybe what you'd call a little bit wider of a look. Just a second here. It is Monday. Here's a little bit wider of a look at the radar, and you could see it all coming together for a half-hour thunderstorm, wind gust type deal. Radar forecast. Radar forecast here shows that we can expect those thunder showers to move on through to the southeast pretty quickly. You know, it's 9:30, so we're talking probably out of southeast lower Michigan by early afternoon, 1 or 2. So radar forecast here, 11 o'clock. Okay, so Shannon says, some reason Facebook unfollowed you. Okay. So this is noon. Thunderstorm, Saginaw, down to Lansing, heading toward Ann Arbor. This is noon right here. 1 o'clock into the Detroit, Ann Arbor area. 2 o'clock, 3, 4 o'clock. So by mid-afternoon, it should move on out. And if you are... I got a sneeze coming. If you are in the line of thunderstorms, it lasts about a half hour or so. Whew. And then into Monday evening, rain and some snow showers across the UP, but that's about it. So this is a fairly quick rain and still fairly mild. All right, now I've been telling you that the warmth is going to kind of wind out here. So what you're going to look at here is the long-range forecast of the temperatures at about 5,000 feet, the anomaly, if you will. So we're warmer than normal today, obviously, as we make it into the 50s and 60s. And this is Tuesday, and this is Wednesday. Mild again. You're looking at some 15 to 20 degrees warmer than normal. And we do get chilly. By Thursday, it looks like we drop to, maybe 10 degrees colder than normal. Normal at that point would be, mid-40s in southern lower for a high temperature. So you're talking mid-30s for highs. So we got Thursday and Friday. This is a cold day of, almost feeling winterish. And here's Saturday and Sunday. So I don't want you to think that this whole thing is warm, but as we go to the extended out 7, 8, 9 days, This is November 15th, and look at the warmth that's becoming very sizable across the middle part of the country, and it looks like that's our next weather phase to look at. So as far as precipitation goes, here's today, the showers coming through, and then here's tomorrow. Not bad, pretty dry. Wednesday, already the next system here. By Wednesday, this is morning into early afternoon, and we get showery once again. And then Thursday, we get a little bit showery once again. So these are kind of stretched out, not very organized storm systems. Hey, good morning, Jackie Garnett from Howell and Tom Fontecchiaro. Hopefully I got that one right. Next weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, into a southwesterly flow. So, okay, now here I want to show you this. So what you're going to be looking at here is out 10 days. And what I want to kind of show you is that we have the storm system today. We have the one Wednesday, Thursday, then the cooler weather. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, maybe even Sunday, almost feeling like winter, or, you know, feeling like it should in November at that point. And then you'll see a warming bubble build, and it looks quite sizable. And when I show you the 8 to 14 day forecast, you'll see that it's centered pretty much over Michigan, and we have a warm-up on the way. So what you're looking at is you're looking at the surface positions of the atmosphere, of the weather systems. You're looking at the 5,000 foot up temperatures. When you see the reds, you know it's warm enough for rain, and you'll see those kind of build. So here we go into Wednesday, and that should be a rain for most all of us. And then Thursday could be more of a snow shower, spurty type thing. And there's Saturday, it's pretty chilly, but notice the warmth building in Canada, and then watch as we get to about November 14th, it really starts to build. And as we ended out 10 days, there's a storm on the west coast, warmth taking up much of the country, coming into our area, and that would be here for a couple of days before that next storm system comes on through. So what does it mean for real temperatures then? Today we have low 60s in a lot of places. And then tomorrow, that big temperature gradient again from in the far south, not too cold, low 50s, to in the far north, the UP, winter, in the 30s. Wednesday, 40s, let's call it for most. Thursday, let's call it, again, the temperature spread, 50s to 30s, but 50s mostly in southern lower. Friday, a little cooler in the 40s. Saturday in the 40s. Sunday in the low 40s. Monday, mid 40s. Tuesday, upper 40s. 10 days out, November 15th, low 50s. And remember, this one has a cold bias. So if the upper air pattern looks warmer than that, it might be somewhat warmer. But we're going to have a tougher time getting into the 60s again as we head toward mid-November. It does happen, but it's going to be a tougher time. This is the U.S. model on its upper air flow. You see these storm systems coming through this week, but then watch the ridge start to blow up. That's early next week, November 15th, November 17th, November 19th. We end at November 22nd, something like that. That's 50s, that's 60s in southern half of Michigan if we were to get some sunshine on a particular day. And that's why I say, even though we're going to be pretty chilly Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the forecast in general for the next 2 weeks does not have winter barreling on into the area. I'll leave you with two last things. The the 6 to 10 day temperature forecast starting to show that warmth coming, and also drier than normal conditions, which we could use a dry out. We had a wet October. Now look at the 8 to 14 day temperature forecast. This is November 13th to 19th. We have about a 80% chance of being warmer than normal. And usually what I find with this kind of data is that if you have a high chance of being warmer than normal, it also means that the warmth is, it's not just slightly warmer than normal, it's usually much warmer than normal if you have that high chance, because you're centered right in the warmer bubble of air. I better start using the word warmer, because remember, 70s and 80s are done. We're going to be lucky to hit 60 if you want to do that, and 50s by the time we get to late November is a warm day for that time of the year. Connie Wellman, yeah, I know we need no rain for a while. It's pretty wet in most places. Hey, good morning, Daryl Dynan and Mulyanto. Hopefully I got that name right. Colleen Grenada, driving from Michigan to Vegas mid to late November. What do you think for weather along the way? You'll have to just watch it, but right now I showed you that much of the country looks to be warmer than normal. So, you have mountains that you drive across to get to Vegas, depending on what route you take. So just keep that in mind. But right now, it looks like we're starting to see a couple of week warming phase developing as we head into late November. So there you have it. Line of thunderstorms today. Another rain Wednesday, Thursday. So you'll have to dodge the rain this week. Not the greatest week, and the cloudy and gloominess kind of continues. But if you're not a winter fan, there is no sign of long-lasting winter yet in sight. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update. Bye.